And I'm going to go over a little bit of what they said in at leadership, because I know that you guys didn't get to attend. And first of all, let me start off by saying this is absolutely my favorite Beachbody event all year. There's 3 trips that you can either earn or attend as a coach, and one of them is the Success Club trip. You earn that by hitting Success Club 5 or 10 every month for 12 consecutive months. They'll pay for it. And you know, Beachbody Coach Summit obviously is our annual Beachbody convention where we meet and we learn and we grow as a team and we get to see each other in person. And then leadership. Leadership is for 5-star diamond and above coaches. So that means you have to have developed 5 leaders on your team, and you only get invited if you have, I think it was 65 elite points, or maybe it was 30 elite points to be invited, and then 65 to get the hotel. I don't remember. I'm probably mixing it up with the new leader conference, because I've been looking at that every day, because Stephanie is close, so close to qualifying for that if she can hold her 2-star for one more week. And it's really an honor to be able to attend the leadership retreat. It's just, for me, this was the first year that I truly felt more, I don't know if you'd say more secure in my position as a leader, and like I deserve to be there. This is the 4th time I've gone on this trip, and this was the first time I really felt like, you know, I'm the same as all these people around me. Like, I can do everything that they're doing. I have all the same abilities. And it was the first year that I really felt like everything that they said just made sense to me, that there wasn't anything confused in my brain. I wasn't overwhelmed. It was for me just motivational and inspirational to be there. And pretty much the overall message was people over points. So what Beachbody is mentioning, and if you guys are on the phone, if you can just hit mute on your phone, just so that if you want to talk, you can just unmute yourself, because I don't want to mute you on here. Otherwise, then when you try to talk, you won't be able to. And I have everybody else muted. So Beachbody has mentioned that the messaging about the financial opportunity has gotten louder than the messaging about the physical transformations. That's really great that we've had so many amazing success stories, that people are quitting their jobs and firing their bosses and earning 6-figure incomes and multi-6-figure incomes from home, and being able to have all this freedom and flexibility. But what happens is, when that happens, then the FTC kind of starts looking into our opportunity for one. So we have to make sure that we're compliant with everything, that whenever we're posting any income claims or any, you know, Beachbody's gave me a free trip, anything that's financial, we have to post the disclaimer. Okay, so you can Google Beachbody disclaimer and make that in your post. If it's ever related to finances or, you know, being financially free, any of that stuff, no matter how big or small, you have to put the disclaimer, because we are having such amazing success. Of course, people are going to be checking out, you know, our business and making sure that we're compliant. There goes to that. Beachbody really wanted to get their messaging back to really focusing on helping people have a physical transformation with our products, become advocates of the products, and then turn into coaches and working coaches. They basically said that, again, and they say this every year, but it's gotten louder in their messaging. The most successful coaches are coaches that come from challenge groups. Now, that doesn't mean that you have to be a challenge group fully first and not do the coaching. You can be going through the challenge group and, you know, inviting people to come on this journey with you as well. But you have to be an advocate of the product. So if someone is not even willing to join a challenge group, or, you know, not willing to do the products, they're not going to be an advocate. They're not going to be a very good coach. Anyway, that is pretty much the overall message, is get back to really focusing on the physical transformation, have them have an amazing experience with the products, and then have them become an advocate naturally, because it's already working for them. I kind of wrote some notes about what was said there, and there were a couple of things that really hit me a lot. And one of them is the time when we're most excited about our journey is when we're focused on our workouts, drinking our shakes and reading our books. So when we get off track from doing those things, the personal development, drinking the shake, doing the workouts, then our business tends to get off track. A lot of times what people will end up doing is they are on track and then they start coaching and then they only have so much time, so they give all their time to their business and they stop focusing on their personal transformation, and then their business gets off track anyway because they're not focusing on themselves. So I know Vicki already heard this, but there was one of my favorite topics, or one of my favorite presenters was Danielle Natoni. And I personally think her voice is a little bit, am I recording this? Okay. Anyway, I'm not going to say that. She did a really good job. And she talked about Rocky. Who's a Rocky fan? Who's seen Rocky? I grew up with Rocky. So
that was a good analogy.
Okay. So there's 3 things that led to Rocky becoming a champion. He ran the streets of Philly, he drank raw eggs, and he punched the meat in the meat locker. 3 things. And he became a champion, and he started winning matches. And then when he started winning matches, he changed what he was doing because he became this expert or whatever, this champion. So he felt that he needed to change his style. So he did, and he started to lose. So in later on movies, he basically goes back to those 3 things and he starts to win championships again. And it's the same thing with what we do with Beachbody. The point is that coaches are overcomplicating this business. We're overcomplicating the business. All it is 3, actually now 4 vital behaviors. We invite people to come and do this with us. We share that we are proof that these products work. We do personal development. And we recognize people along the way, ourselves, our clients, and our coaches. That's it, those 4. But what we tend to do is we'll spend hours creating the perfect graphic or checking how many likes we have on a post or creating the system or making a new form, or we'll spend hours on things that aren't getting us in front of people. And that's a lot of active things that are in your business, but not productive things that are in your business. Productive activities are getting in front of people, inviting them to come and do this with you, inviting them to have a relationship with you first. And then eventually, once you have that relationship and you have the trust built with them, then you can invite them along to do this with you. Now, you don't necessarily have to have a crazy long process with someone in order to have them trust you. Because of the way social media is set up, somebody could be watching you for a while already, and they could already be developing trust because of your consistency in your posting, with your workouts, drinking your shake, and doing your personal development. And showing that you are changing. Because when you show that you are changing, you're going to be attracting people to you that want to make a change. But if you aren't being consistent in your posting and you're not being consistent in your inviting, then people are going to say, oh, hey, yeah, I watched, oh, shoot. I froze. Am I back? No? I froze. Okay, I'm back. Froze for a second.
That was so good. You were just on a roll.
It froze. I was like, ah. So what was I saying? I lost my, oh man. Shoot, it's freezing. Yeah. I forget what I was talking about now.
You were talking about being a product of the product, basically.
Okay, the consistency. So if you guys, here's, an example of someone, say that you start using the products and you're an advocate, you love them, you think they're awesome, but then you become a coach and you really want to make this business grow. And then you start focusing on coaching, and then it's not really working for you because people aren't enrolling and you're starting to get discouraged. So then you kind of stop posting on Facebook. So you're like, this doesn't really work. It's wasting my time. And then you fall off. Well, everybody's watching you. Now, those people that were watching you for those 6 months or however long it was, maybe it was a month, and you were posting and they were like, oh yeah, I'm watching this person and they're being consistent. And then they see you fall off and they're like, yeah, that person's not really that serious about doing this. And then they're not going to enroll with you as their coach because you're not being consistent, and people want to have a coach who's being consistent in those vital behaviors. So that's the simple breakdown of it, the 3 vital behaviors. Now, they talked about 4 vital processes that were introduced at leadership. They talked about it in the Super Saturday video, but I'm going to quickly go over it for anybody that didn't attend leadership and wasn't at a Super Saturday. Number 1, you get clients started. You find and attract someone that you can help. You connect them to the right program and Shakeology that's going to match their goals. Number 2, you get them results. So you coach them and you help them get results. You educate them throughout the entire challenge group process. Number 3, and this is where a lot of people are losing it, you transition them to coach. And number 4, you teach them how to repeat this process. So you mentor them on how to help other people. But that's only once they become an advocate. So they have to really be believers in what we do, because if they're not, it's not going to work. I'm going to ask you something. Let's talk about people versus points. This is a question that I had, and I was going to do it at Super Saturday, but I didn't do it. So people over points. Now, you are obviously trying to hit your quota every month of Success Club 5 or 10 or whatever it is. But are you giving those people an experience that's worthy of those points that they're giving you? So if Beachbody went away and it's not saying that it's going to go away, but let's hypothetically say that Beachbody for whatever reason went away. Would your clients follow you if you went to a new health and wellness company because Beachbody disappeared? Would your clients want to go with you? And would your coaches want to go with you? Because I know I can say for me that not everyone would want to go with me. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you and say that I know everyone would want to go with me, because I know I've messed up. I've made mistakes, and I have focused on people, on points over people, and goals and rank. And that's great. That's great if you have those goals. I'm not saying not to have those goals. I'm not saying not to want to be an elite coach or hit Success Club 10. But let it be a byproduct of you serving people. Don't let it be the end goal. It starts with service, and that's what leads to you reaching those goals. But a lot of times what people are doing is they're doing it backwards. So they're like focusing on SC10 instead of focusing on helping 5 people. Slight, subtle difference, but huge in the long run. Now, this was the overall messaging for leadership. Back to basics and people over points. And I know they've been focusing on that pretty much all year with their calls, their national wake-up calls, but you might think that, you might be sitting here thinking like, I do serve people, and I am all about people over points. But I'm going to challenge you to really dig deep into yourself and see if that's absolutely true. If the points went away and there was no recognition system and it wasn't Success Club, but it was just helping people, would you still do it? And would you still enroll as many? And would you still serve them with the same emphasis? So, or the same vigor, or the same, I don't know what the word for it is. So anyway, that is pretty much the messaging for leadership. If you want, we can open up the floor to discuss what I talked about, and you guys can ask me some questions. And then at 8:30, so I'll do 12 minutes if anybody has questions or shares. At 8:30, I'll start to talk about what we're doing for the November challenge in the team. Nobody has questions or anything to share? I like seeing you. I like seeing you on the call, Jennifer. It's good to see. I mean, I don't see you, but I know that you're there. It's nice to have you. Sure.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay, so what you just said about if it wasn't on a point system or anything, would we still do it? Well, heck yeah, I would, because kind of like I'm in that boat, where I'm not like really doing anything, but I do like love doing what I'm doing, even though I'm not hitting success points or whatever,
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know, I guess right now I was doing that in the beginning and it was frustrating me, and I was like kind of like very inconsistent at first. But now that I became consistent and started showing up every day at the same time, I see a difference. But basically now it's just kind of like I'm focused on pretty much building personal relationships. That's where I'm at, and other than that, like the point system or whatever, I'm kind of not really focusing on that as much. It's just building relationships, because it's like friendships. You can't just go out there and be like, hey, how are you? Let's talk about A and B,
Yeah.
I'm sharing that with everybody because, I'm kind of like stagnant in my business, but I'm kind of at the time trying to like break myself down too and figure out what I can do better.
Okay, well, good. I mean, I'm glad you're focusing on people over points. That's the point. So, and in response to that, it is. I mean, I'm going to tell you right now, and I'm not saying that this should be an excuse or a reason to not try to help people, but it is kind of a slower season right now. I looked in my back office, and Stephanie has 19 Success Club points, so you can still make things happen. I mean, it doesn't mean that you can't.
Right.
It doesn't mean that nobody's saying yes, but it is a slower time of year because, it's just not, people aren't as focused on health and fitness. They're more about like the holidays are coming up. And what my point is, you have to ask more people to get a yes. So maybe, during January, you can ask 10 people and 5 of them say yes. And right now you ask 10 and only 1 of them says yes, because it's a different season. But all of those seeds are seeds that you're planting for when January does roll around. And as long as you continue to stay consistent in your journey and consistent in following up with them, when January rolls around, all those seeds that you're planting are going to be yeses. And this happened with me. I wasn't a great, amazing success for my first 6 months. I didn't hit Success Club for my first 6 months. I didn't know what I was doing. I wasn't really consistent in my business, to be honest with you. So that's why. It wasn't because, I just wasn't consistent. But when January rolled around, that was my first January, and I was able to hit it the first time. And then from there forward, I've never not hit it. I've hit it it'll be going on like 4 years at this point now. I think 4.5 years. So, my point is that, a lot of it's people aren't focused on things, but it's not the time to say, okay, people aren't focused on health and fitness. Let me just like not invite anybody to this opportunity. It's okay. People aren't focused on it. I need to put the pedal to the metal. I need to invite more people, and all those people are seeds that I'm planting for the season, which will come in January. But if you wait until January and you say, that's when I'm going to put the pedal to the metal, then you're going to miss, because what you do in your business today reflects 90 days from now. So if you start in January, you're going to miss the first 90 days of the year of that huge momentum builder in your business. Thanks for sharing, Crystal.
Thank you.
Anybody else have a question or a share?
Okay, can I say something else really quick? Since that way
Sure.
you're talking.
Yeah.
I'll talk. I'll keep everybody.
I will call her Mini Stephanie.
I think like another thing too is I'm having like, I think I pretty much think that I have a hard time like talking to people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like I freeze up when I'm on the phone, or if, I don't know. Or if I'm like in front of somebody, like talking. It's almost like I get nervous or something, and I don't know why. I'm like trying to get over that hump of like, why am I getting so nervous when I'm talking to someone?
Well, the only thing I can say to that is you have to just treat it like they're your friend. Like they're just someone
Yeah,
you're trying to be friends with and you're just getting to know them.
right,
The only reason that
right.
you would be nervous about it is if you feel like you have to try to sell them something. That's what makes you nervous about it. But if you just treat it like, oh, it's just someone I'm getting to know, and you can even, it's posturing. You're going into a conversation saying like, is this person someone I want to work with? Not, do they want to work with me? It's, do I want to work with them? If you
Right.
take on that posture, then a lot more people are going to end up enrolling with you because they realize that it's just a different level of confidence.
Got you. Okay.
So when you're talking to someone, first of all, you're interviewing them to be your friend, and you're seeing if there's someone
Right.
that you want to work with. Because I'm going to tell you, I've turned down more people this month than I have ever in my whole history of being a Beachbody coach. I've turned down people because I know that I'm not a good fit for them. We are not a good fit for one another. Either maybe I didn't like the way that they were communicating with me, or they had something was going on with their goals that I didn't feel I was a good match for them. I didn't think that I was going to be able to, a prime example, I had a girl who needed to lose over 100 pounds. I passed her on to Celia because Celia is 200, she started at 230 or something and she's down to like 180. That's not my target market. I'm not saying that I can't help them, but at the end of the day, I don't think I'm as well equipped to support them in reaching their goals as Celia is. I think they're going to get farther with her as their coach. That's an abundance mentality. That's saying to the universe or God or whatever you believe that I don't feel scared that I'm not going to have enough people to help.
Right.
It's abundance. And then that ends up attracting to me more people that are my target market because I'm saying I'm not scared. It's an abundance mentality versus scarcity.
Gotcha.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, very much.
So
I would like to interject something on that as well.
Sure.
This is Vicki.
Yeah.
A lot of times in fact, every time we have any kind of nervous energy, that's exactly what it is. It's this energy. And what I found for myself is before I'm going to go out prospecting or I'm going to go, talk to somebody or I'm going to make a phone call, I do something to get that energy moving. So it's not stuck in my body, and which turns to fear. And maybe after you do your workout would be a really good time to make some calls because your energy is being stimulated. And it takes away the nervousness.
That's like a Tony Robbins kind of mentality, right? Is that just something that you do?
Yeah, well, it's our thoughts create energy, and and if we have fearful thoughts, or we're not sure, or we're afraid to talk to people, or move over to that line. Sometimes it's good to get that energy out. I remember. Just real quick, I remember when I was in college, I was taking an English course, and they wanted me to stand up and read a speech I had written. And it's like, oh my gosh, I was so nervous. I thought, I'm going to stand up in front of these people. I'd never done anything like that before. And I remember running around the campus like 3 times. So by the time I got up there on stage, I was calm.
Yeah.
Because I let my energy that was there out.
Okay.
So,
yeah.
Just a thought.
There you go. So just shake it out, energy, emotions are energy in motion, right? So
yep.
Emotions are energy in motion. So go work it out. And then maybe you could do some affirmations too before you start talking to people and get yourself, your confidence built up.
Yeah.
Yep.
Thanks.
Good idea. Thank you for sharing.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, so it's 8:30. Let's go ahead and I'm going to share my screen real quick. And you know what? Hold on. Let me see. Actually, if anybody else has anything to add, go for it, because it's going to take me a minute to pull up the documents. Nobody else has anything? Okay. I should show you guys what I'm doing with the quarter force launch too. Okay. Oh, it's not there. Team Spirit, right? Team Spirit.
Hi, Marissa.
Hi.
She wants to say hi.
Well, hello there. Okay. Where did it go? It should be entertaining. Okay. Got it. All right. I'm going to share my screen real quick. And I'm going to talk to you about what we're going to be doing for our challenge. You're welcome to invite your downline organization to our group, to Limitless Unity, to join. And basically, we're going to be doing a bingo next month in the Limitless Unity group. That's the combined team group with everybody. And it's basically, you know, you cover up the little bingo spots when you do these things. So you can read them here. Add 10 new friends and message them. Work out 5 days in a row. Invite 2 people to the business. Invite 4 people to your next challenge group. So when you get 7 in a row, they can be across, they can be down, you know, they can be diagonal, down, they can be across, whatever way. When you get, you know, all 7 in a row, then you get 1 raffle ticket entered into a drawing, and it's going to be at the end of every week. I will do a drawing for a prize. Okay. Now, if you do your intentions, you're going to set these intentions. These are intention activities. And so basically, you're going to fill in 1 through 7 with your own responses. And I'm going to post this in the team group as soon as we get off this call. I'm going to post this in Limitless Unity. I'm going to put the cover image with the details. And then when you click on the cover image, the description is going to have this in there, so you guys can access it. Okay. So you can enter all those. Now, if you post those by November 5th, then you get 1 entry into the drawing for the first week. And then the third way that you can get raffle entries is to attend a live power hour and participate. And we'll be hosting them throughout the month, and there will be, once we get those all signed up, I'll post those dates. The times and dates will be determined based on each leader that signs up. The drawings will take place at the end of every week in November. There will be 4 drawings. And then you have to be registered on the Team Spirit team, which you can do that at teambeachbodyteamspirit.com. The team name is Limitless Unity. Team founder is Marissa Myers. You must be registered for Team Spirit, and you must be completing the Quarter Force DVD home workout program to be eligible for the prizes. So that is what's going on in the month of November. You guys are welcome to invite your whole team. Now, I still need some people to sign up to lead power hours, and I still need people to sign up to, not sign up, but just fill in that calendar, the posting calendar, like we did last month, the social media posting, because it's not done. So we're going to start tomorrow. Again, we're going to start posting, and we're going to have another month-long posting schedule where you can be eligible for a prize at the end. You get 5 points for every day that you post on social media based on the post that we put in the group. But like I said, I need people to jump on that and put some posts in there so that I can create some content for that. That starts tomorrow. Does anybody have questions or shares about that?
Now, where do we get all this information again?
I haven't even added you to that group because I don't want to overwhelm you. Do you want me to add you? Are you?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you're did you get to the coach training today? Did you finish the video?
Yes, I finished the video, and I watched a lot of YouTube videos today.
Okay. All right. You finished the video that was in the one that I tagged you in the coach training group on Facebook?
Yeah.
Did you do your post for the day?
Yes. No, I didn't.
Okay. Okay.
So I just post anything?
It's part of the action items of that video post in the training group.
Okay.
In the 7-day new coach training, where the video I'm talking about, like Success Club and Emerald and all that stuff. Oh, okay. I see you commented. At the bottom of it, it says today's action items. Watch the video and then post to your Facebook or Instagram an original photo of you with a motivational or inspirational quote on it from your personal development and share your aha moment. So each day there's an action. There's a couple of action items at the end. And
yes, I saw that.
Okay. That's teaching you to start, like we talked about, how to start posting on social media, like we talked about.
Yes.
All right, cool. So you can always do it tonight. You still have time. It's 8:30.
I have to go walk a dog.
You can take a picture of you walking the dog and put some little words on there about how you're inspired to whatever. I don't know.
Good. I like that.
How you're inspired to what?
I said, you're such a good coach.
You can say how you're inspired to be working on a new business that's going to allow you to have freedom from being tied down to this job of walking dogs all the time. I don't know. I'm just making something up.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Very good.
Does anybody have any questions or shares?
Is Quarter Force going to be available just on demand? Because like when I go to the Beachbody on demand app, it's like not even there. Like I know it's not available today. It should apparently be available tomorrow, but is that a for sure thing, or is it only DVDs at this point?
No, it should be available starting tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah.
I find it interesting that like coaches can't access it before challengers can. Like challengers can buy it today, but we can't buy challenge packs. So it's like,
I know, that's very weird to me. I agree. I don't know why I guess they can only roll out with certain things, and they want to at a time because of their system and it crashing in the past with I don't know, that's just my guess. With previous launches, they've had the system was like all locked up and people couldn't get in. So maybe they have to choose, and maybe they wanted to make challenge packs available because it's the last day of the month and people were trying to hit Success Club. I don't know. That's my thought. So yes, the program will be available starting tomorrow, the DVDs and the digital. And FYI, the DVDs with digital is $44 and the digital only is $24. So you get the DVD with the meal plan and everything for $20 more. And then you'll have something tangible. One of the posts that we're going to do on the first Monday, not this Monday, but the following, is to do a live video of you opening up your package and showing people what they get when they order Quarter Force, because you can say, here's your calendar and here's your meal plan and here's your DVDs and here's what you get. So you have something tangible to do that with.
Hey, Marissa.
Yeah.
Can I ask you one more thing, because I'm curious? You've been doing the Quarter Force. Do you have to amp up your food?
You know what? I probably should be eating more.
Right
now. I'm getting super. I've already leaned out in 8 days, but my body does.
Yeah, this looks awesome. I was like, wow.
Yeah, it's crazy. So I probably should be eating more, but I'm just kind of going. I'm not really following the meal plan. I'm just kind of going. I just eat when I'm hungry, and
right.
I don't know. I don't know. So yeah, probably, but it comes with the meal plan. So you can choose which plan you want to be on.
Okay. Got you. Okay. Thanks.
Cool.
Yeah.
Jennifer Morrow, I want to hear from you. So good to see you on the call. She even there, or she just... All I see is the picture.
Yeah, I'm here. Sorry, I've been muted.
It's good to see you.
Thanks.
How are you doing?
I'm doing all right.
How's everything going with your team?
My team is not great, but that's okay. It's the season.
Yeah.
So
Well, it's good to see you on the call.
just hanging in, doing what I can do.
Yeah, well, if you want to, if they're driven by prizes, I don't know that they are, but you're welcome to invite them to the challenge, it's basically just the 3 vitamin years. It's not anything, extra. It's up to you.
Yeah, they're not. I don't know. I'm not driven by prizes. I think some of them are driven by prizes, but they're just not driven by the business right now. So
Okay.
Katie is joining, she's registered to do the Team Spirit competition with us, but she's really the only one sort of checked in and working her business right now.
Okay. Is she driven by prizes? Or no?
I don't know. I don't know. She's pretty driven in general. I can add her in there, but to be honest, I really can't deal with the tagging every day. I remove myself, but she's not a fan of that either. And
you took yourself out?
No, I'm in the group, but
you turn off
every day when you get tagged, and it's constant notifications on that post.
Yeah.
And I don't do well with that, and she doesn't either. So I'm a little hesitant to put her in there just because of that. You can
turn it off.
You can turn the notifications off, but if you're still tagged, you're still going to get the notifications, is what I'm finding.
Really?
So yeah, so I have to turn them off and remove the tag every single day. And there's multiple posts in there every single day. So it's not my, I don't do well with that, but that's just my personality.
As far as notifications, I don't know if it works for other people, but my phone's always on silent. With the My Challenger app, if my phone was actually on, I would get notifications all day, every minute of every day. And honestly, my phone's always on silent, and I'm never bothered by it, at all.
It's not the sounds, it's the red button.
I
can't stand it. Because I constantly have to check it so it's clear. And it's never clear when you're tagged and stuff. So,
yeah.
And when you're tagged with 80 people, it's constant, and it's distracting for me, even if the sounds are off, even if all my sounds are off.
Yeah, I don't look at my red button. I don't even look at my notifications. So that's people. I don't even see things if people don't tag me, because I don't look at my notifications. It's not me. But yeah, if that's your style and you can't do it, then that's what you have to do. What's best for you. You have to do what works for you. So it's funny. I can imagine, but I don't even. It's funny. I see that red button, but I never look at them. It's funny. Just kind of glance. Makes sense though. Another thing, and one thing that I did is I turned off all the notification sounds for everything. So I don't keep my phone on silent, but I just turned off the sounds. And the only notification sounds I get now are for my challenge group, but I turned them off. You can actually, I don't know if you know this, but I'm sure you guys do, but you can change your notification settings in the challenge tracker app so that you only get it when someone mentions you or makes, and so I have it, if they like my post, I don't see it. Or if they comment, I don't see it. I think I only have it if they tag me or something.
I would like that. I didn't actually know that. So in the My Challenger app, you can actually set it so that if somebody comments, you can actually set individual types of settings, like for multiple things, like if they comment or if they tag me? Like, can I do 2 different things?
Look at that little bell at the bottom right, the little bell.
Yeah.
And you can, and then go to
okay.
notification
I never
settings,
knew that.
click on the little gear.
Okay, cool.
And then you can turn off like.
Oh yeah, so I can turn off if someone just simply likes it because whatever.
Exactly.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So, and then I made my text message used to be the same ringtone as my challenge tracker, and I changed my text message ringtone so that I know if it's a text or if it's my challenge tracker, because if it's my challenge tracker, I'm not even going to look at it. You know, if it's a text, I might look at it. So, but I like that you just turn your phone on silent. I've done that. Good for you, girl, because I know at one point you probably wouldn't have been able to do that. So good for you.
Well, I'm always looking at my phone, but I would go nuts with all the dings going off. So now, like, I could care less because I never hear it.
Gotcha. So does anybody have anything else, questions or shares?
I actually could have swore Joel said that the containers were not included in Core de Force, and then I found out today that they are.
Only in the challenge pack, not in the base kit.
Okay, because I actually felt horrible because I sent out Core de Force in 22 minutes to someone, and she's like, "Oh, I would typically go for Core de Force, but I've been listening to you, so I'm going to go with 22 minute because it's outside my comfort zone." And I told her she needed the containers, and I was like, "Okay, cool. I think that's a good choice." And then I looked and I was like, "Holy crap! There's actually containers in the Core de Force challenge pack," and I felt horrible. But at that point, she'd already ordered, so I was like, "Ugh."
Yeah, it's on the FAQ, and they talked about it at leadership, so I knew that. I knew that it was in
Yeah, well, I could have swore he must have just mentioned in the base package because I heard him say it wasn't included, but the plan went with the containers. So I must have heard him say it about the base.
Yeah, exactly.
That's that. Oh, well. Should buy a challenge pack.
Anybody else? I'm about to post this in the team page for everybody to have. And that's it. I think it's good. You guys feel free to invite your teams. Like I said, if you don't want to invite your teams, that's fine. You decide what's best for you. And I do need your help, Steph, and other leaders, if you can kind of help get that posting plan together and sign up for live power hours. I'd appreciate that. Otherwise, thanks guys so much for being on the call, and I don't know what we should do next week because we've been doing these live happy hour, webinar events, coaching opportunity webinars. Maybe we should go back to doing a Zoom next week, and we'll just do it on Zoom if you guys have people to invite, because the event is cool, but it doesn't seem to be any better than just doing the Zoom. So we can maybe rotate. Maybe we'll do one Zoom a month and we'll do one live event a month. That way people like the Zoom, they can invite their people to that. People that like the live event, they can invite their people to that. Okay. Thank you guys for being on the call.
Thanks.
Talk to you guys later. Have a good night.
You too.
Bye.